Here with Dope Talk, here to bring you guys some breaking news. Four-star cornerback Cai Bates out of Orlando, Florida, Edgewater has committed to the FSU Seminoles. That's right, the Noles stay hot on the recruiting trail. Then in 2024, top 100 player overall, Cai Bates, big-time cornerback prospect out of the Orlando, Edgewater area. If you guys remember, Cai Bates was committed to the LSU Tigers recently. Longtime LSU was committed to those guys over the summer. Then recently decommitted from LSU. A couple weeks ago, he took a visit to the FSU game when they played the Miami Hurricanes. After that visit, things really started to open up for Cai Bates as far as, the picture for FSU. He's been in communication with FSU leading up to that point, of course, but that visit for that sold-out atmosphere against a big-time opponent in the Miami Hurricanes, just to see that rivalry and be in that atmosphere in Doak Campbell Stadium. Like I said, this past season in Doak, it was truly special. The people who made it to Doak Campbell Stadium for FSU games and the scene, the energy, and the atmosphere within Doak, it was different this year. So for Cai Bates to see that in person while taking the visit for the Miami Hurricanes game, made him go ahead and decommit from the LSU Tigers to open things up and take a harder look at FSU. If you guys remember to his recruitment over the summer, his top four was FSU, LSU, Tennessee, and the Alabama Crimson Tide. He did end up committing to LSU, but like I say, he was in his top four over the summer, took an official visit to FSU, stated how much he enjoyed it and how much of a relationship he had with the staff, but went ahead and committed to the Clemson Tigers, the LSU Tigers. But nonetheless, FSU stayed consistent in the recruitment. Hats off to Patrick Surtain, the lead recruiter for Cai Bates. Again, we stay consistent within his recruitment, chipping away, and just seeing the on-field product and how the defensive backs has produced this year. You look at Renardo Green, Jerry Jones, and others. Those guys have played some big-time football for FSU, and Cai has taken notice on top of the team's performance overall. Top 5 overall in the country, undefeated at this point in time. So it was a big-time get for the FSU Seminoles to land the commitment to Cai Bates. Just speaking of Cai Bates specifically, I like this kid a lot. 6'1", 180 pounds. 4-star cornerback, like I just stated earlier, but he's very new to the cornerback position. Played receiver prior, switched over midway through his junior year to the cornerback position and has been flourishing ever since. Had a conversation with former FSU cornerback Brian McFadden during the Miami game. He came out to the tailgate and hung out a little bit. During the conversation, we were speaking about Cai Bates, and this is where, and shout out to Brian McFadden. He had his information kind of beforehand, but this is where things for FSU and Cai Bates starting to heat up, in my opinion, from my eyes. Just speaking with Brian, just letting me know how much he enjoyed FSU, how much FSU was a serious player within his recruitment. And if things go well, this could be something that, he could decommit from LSU and flip to LSU. Lo and behold, that did happen. He ended up decommitting from LSU. But speaking with Brian, he was just telling me how he's a great athlete in Cai Bates, but like I said, he hasn't played a lot of cornerback, and he's still raw to the position. Only a year and a half playing the position. So the upside is crazy for Cai Bates. Once he gets coached up and developed by Patrick Surtain on the college level and learn the nuances of playing quarterback, the ins and outs, things like that. Learn how to watch film, learn what he's looking for and looking at within film, different tendencies for receivers and things like that. And just get better overall within your technique. Be a master of your skill. A year and a half, that's still brand new to the position. So this working and drilling that technique and learning from one of the best cornerback coaches in college football, in Patrick Surtain. So crazy upside for Cai Bates. That's why he's rated so highly within the 247 composite recruiting database. So again, crazy upside, new to the position, uber athletic kid. Just looking at his film, you guys can see on the huddle right there. Some of the things I like with Cai Bates, he's athletic. He tracks the ball very well in the air. That goes back to his receiver days. Nice hands. He's a fluid athlete. Pretty good speed, and he's physical too. He's not afraid to come up and hit you. So you have all the traits to be an elite corner, along with his long range at 6'1.5", 180 pounds. So you see why FSU staff's in love with this type of potential, especially being that he's raw to the position and only played a few years. The sky's the limit potential-wise once this kid gets developed and get on campus. Again, shout out to Patrick Surtain Jr. He's been senior. He's been a hell of a recruiter for FSU. First year on the job, but you guys see the on-field development from Patrick Surtain Jr. from the cornerback side, the defensive back room in general. A complete 180 from last year to this year. And just from the eye test, in my opinion, hell, the numbers back it up. If you look at the passing touchdowns FSU has given up this year, has been amazing. So again, you have Renardo Green, Jerry Jones, Those guys have been developed very well under Patrick Surtain Jr. And then you look at the recruiting rankings, right, and what he's brought on the recruiting trail. First year guy, you have 2 5-stars in Charles Lester and KJ Bolden committed. You have three 4-stars and 2 highly rated 4-stars in Jamari Howard, Cai Bates, of course, right now, and Ricky Knight III. So speaking of the defensive back room, very good. I feel like it's the best defensive back class within the country, without a doubt. You have 2 5-stars and three 4-stars. Best defensive back class in the country. And FSU could be adding one more defensive back to short the recruiting class. But speaking of the defensive backs we have right now, uber athletic guys that can play multiple positions on the back end. KJ Bolden, for instance, he can be a cornerback, safety, just an explosive, uber athletic kid, does everything. Probably my favorite commit within the 2024 recruiting class. But again, KJ, and we talk about the talent within the defensive background. Let's talk about the size as well. Clearly, Patrick Surtain Jr. is targeting a specific size for, and that's bigger DBs, really big DBs, big athletic DBs that can play multiple positions. KJ Bolden, 6'1". Charles Lester, 6'1". Jamari Howard, 6'2". Cai Bates, 6'1.5". Ricky Knight III, 6 foot. Big athletic defensive backs, right? These guys can cover any type of receiver on the college landscape. So we see the type of bodies and the type of receivers that Coach Patrick Surtain, not receivers, my apologies, defensive backs that Coach Patrick Surtain wants, and he's targeting big athletic guys. You have these type of guys, they could cover any type of receiver, like I stated, and they're athletic enough to move with these guys. So I'm very excited for the potential of the defensive back room moving forward. And you just look at the size we have, it's going to be some big athletic guys for FSU, something we haven't had in a very long time as far as the defensive back room, big and athletic. Usually they have big that really can't move, but these guys are explosive and move like that 5'10", really twitchy guys. So it's going to be interesting moving forward. I am very excited for this. And also the 2024 recruiting class, right? We're looking at the top 3 class right now, looking to make some more movement with some more pieces left on the board. FSU is doing an amazing job recruiting. Hats off to Coach Mike Norvell and staff for what they've done on the trail. I know a lot of people had their doubts about this recruiting class, whether it could be top 10, top 5, et cetera, et cetera. These guys have solidified themselves within the top 5 of the 2024 recruiting class. And trust me, they're not going anywhere. I think they're here to stay. You're going to see the 2025 class of classes moving forward for FSU to be in that top 5, that top 10, top 5 range, rightfully where we belong. FSU has been historically has been a recruiting juggernaut in the college football ranks, and I don't think you're going to see a drop off in that, especially with the on-field production we have gotten from FSU and this staff. They built relationships and could recruit as well. In this 2024 recruiting class is a reflection of that. So to take a kid, Cai Bates, that was committed to LSU, that has suitors like Tennessee and Bama as well, we're here to stay. Very excited for this 2024 recruiting class. Let you guys let me know in the comments who you feel like will be the next to commit to the FSU Seminoles and where we finish up within the 2024 recruiting rankings. Again, we're hot on the trail. Who's going to be the next guy to pop to FSU? Again, this is On the Trail. On the Trail is brought to you by Jude Paul. Jude is a realtor in Southwest Florida, but he services the entire state of Florida. Whether you're trying to buy your home or sell your home, Jude is your guy. Again, trying to buy your home or sell your home, Jude is willing to donate 20% of the closing costs back to you. So once you're buying or selling, there's still money back in your pocket if you go through Jude. And Jude's a big-time FSU fan and knows like to take care of NOLES, right? So again, if you buy your home or sell your home through Jude, he's willing to donate some of the proceeds to the Battles End Collective. So again, make sure you guys tap in with Jude and you can reach out to him at www.homesfornoles.com. Again, it's www.homesfornoles.com. Like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want more recruiting content like this, because I have a feeling we have a lot more coming within the near future. So again, in the comments, let me know, where do you guys think FSU will finish within the 2024 recruiting rankings? And also, who is the next big fish to pop? We have a lot more on the table. We'll see how it plays out. Go Noles.